You got to get up on this switch if you're Joel Embiid. Stop. You have help right here with DeAnthony Melton. Why am I playing off on the switch? This is just another horrific switch. Tobias Harris, you got to immediately get underneath on the switch. Immediately underneath. You switch over the top. Top and two. Why does Joel Embiid keep playing so far off on these switches? When Robert Covington gets underneath, I can just force Tyrese Haliburton this way. Well, there's no reason to play off. You're just giving up practice shots. DeAnthony Melton's got to start to get back here. I mean, this is a 50-50 ball right here. DeAnthony Melton's got to be coming this way, back, okay? Joel Embiid, I'm either going towards the ball or I'm getting back. There's too many people standing around. No. As soon as this ball gets thrown down low, Tyrese Maxey has to drop, okay? I'm halfway between the ball and the three-point line, and I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. Tyrese Maxey isn't dropping, and he's just staring at the ball. And the 76ers don't rotate to the ball. DeAnthony Melton, I'm rotating to the ball immediately once this pass gets thrown. I'm not standing, right? And I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. Not taking my eye off either. You don't move and just stare at the ball. Not lean towards the screen if you're Patrick Beverley. Now, again, okay, first of all, Robert Covington's got to get down here. He's guarding in the middle of nowhere, and Joel Embiid's got to get up, okay? We're going to switch this. But you're nowhere to be found. Patrick Beverley trying to fight over the top of the screen early. Tyrese Haliburton's open for three. Nick Nurse is terrible. There's a reason he was fired in Toronto, because he's terrible. This is a ball screen. The 76, again, this is an auto switch, okay? Patrick Beverley's up, Robert Covington's underneath. You can't do nothing about this screen right here. You're Robert Covington right here. You're giving Tyrese Haliburton this angle. Fine. Then you need to get up and make sure he comes in. Marcus Morris has got to get over here in the gaps. Left foot on the block. Okay? But if Tyrese Haliburton crosses over this way, your feet aren't level to each other. You have to cross your whole body around. You're not going to be able to slide your feet. You're off balance. Yeah. Reason to be giving up 2-on-1s for no reason. Patrick Beverley needs to get underneath. He'll be in the gaps right here, right? Paul Reed can just force Andrew Nembhard right into help, right here. That's the beautiful thing about switching. Instead, you're giving up 2-on-1s because Nick Nurse is terrible. That's why he was fired in Toronto, and that couldn't be easier. Okay, first of all, in transition here, Patrick Beverley needs to be sprinting back. He cannot be jogging back. Look at Patrick Beverley jogging back. Stop. So you need to be sprinting in ahead of Miles Turner so Tobias Harris can just focus on getting wide here. But instead, Tobias Harris has to stay in the paint, hand off to Mathurin, open three. If you're DeAnthony Melton, you rotate to the ball. He does a great job starting here, okay? Stop. But this ball, I'm staying halfway between the ball and the three-point line. I'm in the gaps, right? I can stunt, I can recover. Where are you going? Okay, again, this is where Nick Nurse being terrible comes into play. Whether Obi Toppin slips this or not, you can't think or talk about switching. Okay, if Tobias Harris is switching, whether Obi Toppin slips it or not, DeAnthony Melton's underneath, Tobias Harris is immediately up. See, this is you're talking, you're thinking, maybe we're going to switch, maybe not. Oh, now you have two people going to the ball. Joel Embiid has to step up and help, and Aaron Nesmith's wide open. Okay, again, this is where the Sixers being poorly coached and Nick Nurse being a disaster comes into play. It doesn't matter if this is a handoff or not. This is an auto switch. Fake dribble handoff, whatever. Tobias Harris is up. Tyrese Maxey's up here. Okay? You can't talk and think, well, maybe we'll switch. Maybe we won't. Well, now two people go away from the ball again. Tobias Harris has got to get back here. The shot goes up. You can't stand and watch. I got to start to sprint back now. Now. You stand and watch, and now the Pacers have numbers for absolutely no reason. First of all, DeAnthony Melton should not be leaving his feet trying to get a steal and gamble because when this ball gets swung here, Joel Embiid stepping on Haliburton, I got to rotate to the ball. Get in the gaps, but you left your feet. Stop. So now you're late getting in the gaps, and Robert Covington cannot be staring at the ball with his back to his man either. That get beat backdoor. Nick Nurse is a terrible coach. That's why he was fired. All the mistakes the Sixers make. DeAnthony Melton is first going to lean towards the screen early, so now Tyrese Haliburton's going to beat him the other way. So now you're off balance right here, and you just left your feet to gamble. So now you're off balance here. You have no chance of guarding this handoff. Joe, this has got to be a switch. Must be a switch. Okay, you should have help in the gaps here. DeAnthony Melton will be in the gaps too if he switches. Instead, the Sixers do their defense where we give up 2-on-1s. Nick Nurse, man. This is what a poorly coached team looks like. In transition right here, I got it. So if Robert Covington is coming to take Obi Toppin, communicate this so that Tyrese Maxey knows I'm not coming to Obi Toppin too. Or if Tyrese Maxey was coming to Obi Toppin, you needed to communicate this earlier so Robert Covington goes to Benedict Mathurin. But instead you've got two people going everywhere. I mean, you want to look at a poorly coached team. How about this team? Okay, Patrick Beverley, let's get over here and take Obi Toppin. Tobias Harris this way, okay? Like, communicate. How does this happen? Do the Sixers practice, like, ever? So this is why Nick Nurse was fired in Toronto. He's a terrible basketball coach. Patrick Beverley can't be guarding with his back to the ball, and he's got to get underneath the three-point line with his back to the baseline. So I'm in the gaps here, right? I can stunt, get this dribble picked up. I'll easily be able to recover. I mean, Patrick Beverley, you might as well be at half court. Again, Joel Embiid, your back has got to be to the baseline. So I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man, and I'm in the gaps. What is Embiid doing? Stop leaning towards the screen. Let Halliburton come off the screen. You're just going to switch it anyways, but you lean towards the screen early. Now Halliburton's got you beat. Collapse everyone, Toppin. Stop giving up 2-on-1s. How idiotic is this ball screen defense? Switch. Paul Reed's up. Patrick Beverley's underneath and battling. I'll have help in the gaps here, help in the gaps here. Look at this defense. I wonder why Nick Nurse was fired in Toronto. Maybe it's because it's that pathetic defense. And I mean, Nick Nurse is a complete disaster as a basketball coach. Stop leaning towards the screen early. Do this. What do the Sixers do in practice? Anything? Why is Nick Nurse coaching basketball at any level? You're leaning towards the screen again. Tyrese Halliburton blows by, right to Miles Turner. Apparently, the 76ers are trying to trap here. Okay, first of all, you need backside help all the way. You can't let this pass get made, and I can't let Tyrese Halliburton turn the corner. You got to close this area off right here. This is what is over here? Oh, and there's no backside help either, right? I mean, Nick Nurse is just awful. The Sixers finally switch, but Daniel House has got to get underneath on the switch, so this gap is closed. You switch over the top, and that gap is open now. Okay, DeAnthony Melton's late getting back in the play. Stop. Okay, so Tobias Harris is stepping up to help right here. Joel Embiid has got to stay wide. Okay, and if you're DeAnthony Melton, I'm coming this way to push Patrick Beverley this way. But I mean, DeAnthony Melton is standing in no man's land. Look at how poorly coached the 76ers are. So this is a ball screen, right? You have to do something about it. I would just switch right here, right? Instead, what did the 76ers do? Oh, they don't guard it at all. Again, the Sixers are switching, so Joel Embiid should be up, ready to guard on the switch, and Patrick Beverley's underneath. What is the problem here? Stop. If I'm Joel Embiid, I have help right here. If Patrick Beverley switched over the top, he should be underneath, but there should be multiple bodies here helping on this side of the floor. Instead, what was that?